This is why lawyers always tell you never talk to police. This is Geraldo Gabrielius, who was exonerated after DNA evidence proved that he did not commit a crime. He falsely confessed to doing the Big R over 28 years ago after police had told him that if he confessed to the crimes, he would only get probation. Now, the reason why he was even considered a suspect was because, based on the police report, it had stated that two men had robbed a man and a woman and had committed an adult deed without her consent to her. And so the reason they picked him up was because they said that he resembled one of the men. Now, some of you may be wondering why would he confess to a crime like this, but the thing about false confession is that it's the leading cause of wrongful conviction in America. And on top of that, police are permitted to lie to you even with promises of leniency if you confess to the crime. Now, you have three types of confessions. You have voluntary false confessions, in which the person offers the information willingly to both the police or the media. You have coerced compliant confessions, in which the person confessed to a crime even though he or she knows that she is innocent of the crime. And you have coerced internalized confession, where they start to believe that they committed the crime even though they didn't. So in Geraldo's case, he was under a coerced compliant confession, because in his case, police rely heavily on tactics as well as psychological pressure. The amount of pressure that you'll be under during interrogation is that they will have you sit in these rooms for long periods of time, answering question after question after question, as well as they will leave in the rooms by yourself for even hours at a time. The amount of time that the average person will sit in an interrogation room will be from 2 hours to 16 hours. Investigators will even go as far as saying they do not believe anything that person is saying, and that they should stop wasting their time and just go ahead and confess to the crimes. They will also tell them that the best way for this case to go away is if they just confess to it. Now, many people have made these false confessions in the hope that during the trial, the evidence will show that they are completely innocent. But in reality, the only thing that will show the trial is just your confession tape. Because during the preliminary hearings, the prosecutor will go ahead and convince the judge that there's no point of doing a trial because you already confessed to everything. And that's what happened to Geraldo. He was railroaded into giving a false confession after being promised leniency if he actually confessed to the crimes, but ended up losing 28 years of his life. And if it wasn't for his lawyers testing the DNA that proved his innocence, he was still serving a life sentence. And this is why people say we have a broken system, because police are legally allowed to lie to you, just get a confession out of you. Even if evidence proves that you didn't commit a crime, they'll find some kind of way to tie it to you. Geraldo is currently back with his family. Now, there's been no updates yet if he'll be filing a civil suit against those that have been involved in his case.